welcome back again to How to Invest for Yourself. So today we're going to go over a little bit of what I've been doing for the past couple months since I started the channel. And yes, I haven't been posting every single day, and no, I'm not going to be able to increase the amount of videos and the frequency in which I upload because of work schedule. I still work a full-time job and I am required to travel from time to time. Now sometimes if I have downtime, then yes, I will do my best to record once or twice in the same day and just space out the uploads. As you can tell, maybe from the previous video, I'm wearing the exact same shirt and exact same t-shirt, and it's pretty much the same time of the day. The only difference is this context of what we're going to be talking about is not going to be Bitcoin. We're going to be talking about what I've been doing for the last couple months since I started doing my reach of financial independence and retiring early. Now, retiring early for me it's a nicety, but I won't be able to reach that goal unless something catastrophically happens with my finances and all of a sudden my debt disappears and now I can invest a lot more of my money. But the reality is, as you get older, the more responsibilities and more bills that you have, and if you have kids, everyone that's on here that has kids and would know right off the bat that your money pretty much goes to your kids. It goes to the house, it goes to the food, it goes to the schooling and extracurricular activities and transportation and blah blah blah. You kind of get what I'm saying. You're broke. So what do? What have I done? So yes, a lot of life events have occurred. So let's start with the first one. I decided, as right now, I am renting an apartment, but the renting of an apartment is not ideal for me. I feel it as a waste of money, a waste of time. You have neighbors upstairs, downstairs, left and right, all over the place, and some of them are nice, some of them are not so nice, some are noisy, some are quiet, and some don't like your noise, and some wish that you were quiet. So I'm not a big huge fan of throwing away money or having my neighbors like me or hate me. If I have my own house, I don't have to talk to my neighbors. I just go to work and I come home. If I want to travel, I go travel and I come home. I can set up security, I can paint the walls, I can knock a wall down if I want to. I can tear up the flooring, I can replace the cabinets, I can put a new fridge in if I want to. In an apartment, you don't have to worry about any of that because your rent covers that fridge. If it dies, they come and replace it. If the dishwasher breaks, you call someone, they come and fix it. When you own a house, yes, there's more expenses, there's more bills, but at the same time, you own the house. Granted, the bank owns it because you most likely have a loan on the home, but you own it. So if you try to sell it, it's up to you to sell it. And then if you lose your job, well, that's a whole different story. But I'm just saying, if all things are created equal in this case, and you own the house, you're the one who decides, I think I'm going to sell my house. Then you put the house on the market, you pony up the dough at the end to pay for closing costs and all the fees and real estate fees and all that stuff. Why do I not invest in homes and real estate? Because I don't want to deal with the headache. Yes, you can hire people to handle all of the renters, the applications, the maintenance and all that stuff if you rented out property. It's just too much of a headache to me. And it's just very risky. You're taking large amounts of money and buying property with it. I'd rather just buy my own property and keep that property as long as I can, and if the market goes up, which usually it does, then you sell it later on for a little bit of a profit, assuming that you sell it during a good time. Don't sell it during a housing crash. But let's say you hang on to it even through a housing crash and you wait for it to rebound, you could pretty much guarantee to break even. Say you bought the house for $400,000 and you waited out 10 years, and the economy crashed during that time and came back, and then now your house is worth $400,000 on the other side. So $400,000 at the beginning, $400,000 at the end. It's a wash. All the money you put in over those 10 years, you'll get that cash back. So that's not saying that it's profit in your pocket, but the government sees it as profit in your pocket because your loan is now only, $300,000 versus $400,000. So you pocketed whatever the difference was minus all your expenses. But we're not here to talk about taxes. We're not here to talk about any of that. What we're talking about is what my choices were. So what's happened in the last couple months? A lot of stuff has happened in the last couple months. So I signed an agreement to build a house Currently going through the financial stuff right now. Already did the home design studio. And the reason why I went with that route instead of just buying a house was because the way the economy is here in Central Florida where I'm at, it is crazy nuts. Like, I tried to find a used home and I couldn't. Every time I found something that was like a nice used home in a nice community to the floor plan I liked and everything like that, I call up my real estate agent and go, hey, I want this house. Put my name on the list. And they go, oh, sorry, there's already 10 people who already put bids on that house. Now I'm over here looking at, I want to buy this house at this price. And now you're telling me that I have to pay another $20, $30, $40, $50,000 more to get that same house? I can't negotiate anything at all? No. So then I started looking at construction, building a home. So I went from one construction to a construction site or new construction builder, and to the other one, and to the other one, and they all said the same thing here in Central Florida. Sorry, we don't release any lots right now, or everything is sold out. It's sold out for the next couple months. You're gonna have to wait until we open up a lot of land somewhere else, a new community, and then you can buy there. But there's still gonna be restrictions. You'll be on this waiting list, and there's like 50, 60, 70 people on the same waiting list. And then they get to your name, and by that time, every single week, in some cases, the price of that house, the base price of that house, has now increased $3,000 or more every single week on the base price. So you had your heart set on a house, and you're like, man, this is really great. Put my name on the waiting list. I hope it stays the same. 2 months later, they call you, oh, surprise, the house is now $20,000 more. And you're like, oh, crap. And, oh, by the way, you have to put 10% down. Dude, are you kidding me? Like, I only want to put 10% down at the closing, which would be, 9 months, maybe a year later, because they're building from scratch. Gives you time to build up your money or pull a 401k loan and pay it off. Now you have to do it all up at once, pull the 401k loan, assuming you have the money, and pay all that stuff at once. And you're like, now I can't do anything to my house. I have no money to upgrade or add anything that's the niceties of what you want. You're building a custom home in some cases. Lennar homes, however you want to say them, it's a take it or leave it kind of style. So you pick the floor plan, yes, and they put you on a waiting list, yes, and that's it. So they will call you up and say, oh, we have this house available on this lot, and these are the colors, and this is what's in it. Do you want it, yes or no? And you just say, yes, I want it, or no, I don't want it. What's the point in buying a brand new house if you have no say-so on anything? The interior colors, the exterior colors, the cabinets, or anything in it. You have no say-so except the floor plan. I like this floor plan, and that's it. So you go to a brand new house in a brand new community, you could be living who knows where, and now you have to pay all those fees. Okay, the lot premium is this and this, and you have to pay that. Do you accept, yes or no? I don't like that. I like custom. So I went looking. So that's what I did. I went looking, and I couldn't find anything in Central Florida, so I moved way out of Central Florida a little bit into the country, not too far from Orlando. But I found a home finally, and immediately they started selling out everything because everybody's running into the same problem. They started selling out all their lots, and I'm like, okay, which lots can I pick? Okay, you got these to pick. Is there a waiting list? No. All right, what's the down payment? Oh, it's only like $5,000. Okay, I'm on it. So that's where some of my savings went. Didn't invest it the way I wanted it to, but I view this as a different kind of investment. So this is my real estate investment. It's a long-term investment. And yes, I plan to sell it. I don't plan to stay in it forever. I plan to sell it after my son goes to college and me and my fiance. So yes, that's also something new that I haven't told anyone about yet, but I'm going to share it with you guys. So I had just proposed to my fiance last week, the week before last, and did everything nice. And so she said yes, so we're going to elope, and that will be next year. So we still have all that to work out too. So lots of life changes are happening right now. She has her daughter just graduated from high school. She's going to be going to college, and whatever else that she decides that she wants to do. I still have my son. He's going to middle school. So we still have quite a bit of time, about 7 to 8 years, hopefully about 7 years, but I'll say 8 years. and he should be done with high school, going into college himself. But then we will have nothing but an empty nest. So we will be empty nesters in a big 2-story home, somewhat big, and we will want to downsize and get something smaller. So that's why I'm saying that we will sell the house probably for a 3-bedroom house versus what we are going into that's probably like a 5-bedroom, only because one of them is an office and one is arts and crafts room. So with all of that being said, so now I have the house. I bought a Tesla. I didn't share any of that with you guys either, but I threw $16,000 into a Tesla and another $4,000 into a PPF, or paint protection film, onto the car. And yes, it's a lease, and that's not a good idea, but in my opinion, I think paying $360 a month on a Tesla that's a $60,000 car, because I got the performance option because I like speed. Yeah, so I got the performance option, and it is a 2021. I had to wait about 2.5 months roughly. The process was a little bit of a pain in the butt, just to be honest with you. Buying a Tesla is not all that cracked out to be, and but owning it, now don't get me wrong in any of that stuff, I really love my Tesla, but I kept my original car, my ICE. So that's the internal combustion engine, if you wanted to know what ICE meant. I kept that, I still have that, but I also have my Tesla. So whenever the Tesla goes at the end of the lease, hopefully they'll let me buy it. But I protected the film anyway, so that way if they do say, yes, you can buy the Tesla at the end of the lease, then I'll be like, yes, I'll take it. The paint's already protected, everything's good to go on the car, and I keep it. If not, I'll be like, okay, well, I just gave you $4,000. And I leased the car, and that was great, it was fun, now the next one I'm going to buy. So the reason why I did that was because buying a Tesla, my credit's not all that good, so you know, I kind of had to do a lease. So I did a lease, and it was kind of like something I really wanted to do. I mean, I bought their stock at IPO way back, when their stocks were super cheap for Tesla. And I was like, why not? I'll buy a Tesla. I like the whole idea of what's going on, the new government things that are going on. And I'm like, okay, so gas prices are going to be going up, right? Taxes are going to be going up, right? So I was like, well, I think I need to take something into my hands and be like, let me just buy this electric car here. And I have not had to pay any electricity whatsoever to charge this car. And I've already got 3,000 miles on this thing. You kind of slow it down a little bit. But my gas prices is nothing really, and I use the toll road because there's this free one, so basically they're paying tolls. So I paid about 20 bucks. If you want to look at it, I've fueled up the car so many times, this Tesla, with electricity, and it's only cost me $20 and per month, and that's nothing. I mean, to me that's nothing compared to my WRX, my STI, and the STI could easily be like 30-40 bucks every time you go to the gas station putting premium fuel in at $3 and some change, unless you go to Costco, which is around $2.85 or $2.87. I think that's what I saw today, but I digress. So was it a good idea to buy the Tesla? No, it wasn't a good idea to buy the Tesla. Did I waste $16,000 on down payment on Tesla? Yes. Did I waste $4,000 on a PPF film on the car? Yes. Is it something that I regret? No, I definitely do not regret the car at all. I love the car. Did I buy the full self-driving program? No, I didn't. That would be a waste of money to me, because I don't trust the car that much to say, hey, drive me around the corner and take me to the grocery store. I do, however, love the autopilot features because I use it all the time. But that's pretty much it. I've been buying crypto, I've been investing in crypto and doing research into different wallets and different interest rates. That's what else I've been doing. I have been buying stocks. I think I have about 40 different stocks now, and I've changed my 401k from a managed 401k, or have I done that yet? No, I haven't done that yet. I'll have to get back to you on that, but I know I've called them and said I want to change it from managed, save all those fees, to like a self-managed 401k, so that way I can take care of, investing the money however I want to see fit, and not put it in the slow boat bonds that are going nowhere, and put them into high I'd stick to the S&P 500 personally. Stick to the S&P 500 stocks and put them in money that is not so much growth. I just want dividend return, and I want to make sure that I get that return reinvested and grow that account like crazy because I want to get it there. Later on, I'll probably put it in the slow boats, but right now, I think I'm all in into buying as much stock as possible while we're in this little dip.